So our next event on the track is the women's 3,000 metres, and we've got 5 on the start list for this. Great to get Sonia on board here for another year. So this is the women's 3,000 metres just getting underway. Nikki Hamblin of New Zealand, Josephine Moultrie of Great Britain, Sarah Tracy of Ireland, Diana Martín of Spain, and Matylda Kowal of Poland. There are 5 starters in this. Mariola Sluzarczyk of Poland was due to start in this as well, but she, in the end, couldn't make it here. Actually, she missed a flight due to traffic from the airport in Wrocław last night, so that was the end of her, I'm afraid. Sluzarczyk, by the way, would have been a very good entry in this, but just look at the crowds here. Nikki Hamblin, wearing 1 for New Zealand, the Commonwealth Games silver medalist in the 800 and the 1,500 metres, is Matylda Kowal, who finished 4th in the 3,000 steeplechase of the European Under-23s last year. She's taking position in 3rd at the moment, behind 2nd place Sarah Tracy, who's on the plane to Amsterdam for the Euros next week and the Olympic Games in Rio in August. And it's our pacemaker leading the way.
Yeah, Sarah is rounding into very good shape. She was 2nd in the 1,500 metres in the National Championships on Sunday behind Ciara McGean. Her aim for the season, she's 2 really. She's going in the steeplechase, 3,000 metre steeplechase in both the Europeans in Amsterdam next week, and then later on in the summer the Olympic Games 3,000 metre steeplechase. So she's using the likes of this race to hone in on her speed and to work on the different aspects of technique that don't involve the hurdle. So Sarah's personal best is 9 minutes and 6 seconds on the flat, so she'd be looking for a time close to 9 minutes just to see where she's at this point in time. But she showed on Sunday in Santry in the 1,500 metres that she's in very good shape. Sarah's a very fine cross-country runner as well. She was on an Irish cross-country team that got 3rd in the European Championships 2 years ago, so she's great pedigree, great strength, and she also has a fair old kick when she's put to it.
Some great results in the European cross-country for the Irish women over the last 5-6 years. Carol Finn, our pacemaker, still leading them through, but Sarah Tracy in a very good position in that red singlet at the moment. 2nd behind Ciara McGean in the National Championships over the past 48 hours. She was the reigning national champion going into that. Part of the 3 who qualified for the World Championships in Beijing and the Olympic Games as well, and what a burgeoning Irish team we have for that, and also for the European Championships, 52 strong in that. Matylda Kowal just behind Tracy and wearing 1, Nikki Hamblin of New Zealand, the Kiwi 1,500 metres record holder, and then just taking up the rear, Diana Martín of Spain, Josephine Moultrie of Great Britain, of Scotland. Moultrie wearing 2, Martín wearing 4. She's already qualified for Rio for Spain as Diana Martín. 5 laps to go, they go through in just around 3:01.
Okay, Carol Finn has done a great job. I should have mentioned that Carol, of course, is running in the steeplechase in both the Europeans and the Olympics as a teammate of Sarah Tracy, so she's given her buddy a good handout tonight. She did a great job for the first kilometre. She brought them through in 3 minutes and 1 second. Sarah was on PB pace, but now Sarah finds herself out in front, so she needs a hand. And it doesn't look like any of the 4 girls behind are particularly anxious to help at the moment, which kind of means that they're running at a pace that they're maxed out at. So interesting laps ahead to see, can Sarah maintain this kind of pace.
Slightly exposed to the front of the moment is Sarah Tracy, 3rd in the European Team Championships in Heraklion in Crete last year. Ireland regularly coming up with good results in that European Team Championships, not being held in Olympic years. So we're back again in 2017, but Ireland have had a very good push for promotion the last 3 years or so, and remember, they were the best team on the track 2 years ago in talent. It's still Sarah Tracy who leads. I'm just wondering if she's desiring to let somebody else take up the work at the front at the moment, but she's still holding it up. Yeah, leaving a little gap in the inside, but so far Matylda Kowal is not looking to take it up, and we've 4 to go.
Yeah, and you can see that the pace has dropped quite dramatically on that lap. It's 4 seconds down on the previous laps. Sarah's not comfortable in that leading position, and she knows that they're queuing up behind her, and she knows that's not the position to be in unless you're actually going for broke and you're going for the race. Nikki Hamblin would be the would be the pedigree of the field. She's the fastest lady in it, 8:51. Very, very good speed as well. She's run 1:59 for 800 metres, so she looks to have all the attributes here. And Sarah's in the position she probably doesn't want to be at this stage.
Well, she's having to put a lot of the work in at the moment. It's herself, Michelle Finn, Kerry O'Flaherty, who qualified in that great meeting up in Letterkenny for the World Championships and the Olympic Games. And she's in that European team as well next week. 10 of that 52-strong team are represented at the Cork City Sports tonight. Now a little bit of movement on the inside coming from Matylda Kowal of Poland. It's a good, strong field that generally a lot of the steeplechasers do appear on the flat in the Irish meetings. Tracy still taking it out ahead of Kowal, and third at the moment, Nikki Hamblin, the double silver at the Commonwealth Games in Delhi in 2010. But she went out in the heat of the World Championship, and now Tracy stepped back. Diana Martín of Spain from Madrid has moved up. We'll be seeing her in Rio in the red of Spain, and we've got 2 laps to go. Martín leads the way. Hamblin in second place. Tracy in third, was burnt up a little bit. Kowal in fourth, and moving back in fifth place, the Glaswegian Joe Moultrie.
Yeah, this is a crucial stage for Sarah now. She was in front for so long. She didn't want to be for the last 600 metres. So now the two girls have jumped her. Now, if she can stick with them and settle down, then she'll weather this storm. But right now, she's in the midst of a crisis because the two girls have passed her. They're going faster than her, and she's got to try and react. And you can see there that the gap is opening slightly. So Sarah's got to put the head down, concentrate on what's ahead of her, and hang on there. She's under a bit of pressure.
Diana Martín leads for Spain ahead of Nikki Hamblin for New Zealand. And they're in a very prime position here as they come down the closing straight. Next time they come down here, they'll be heading for the bell, but it's 2 laps to go. It's Martín ahead of Hamblin in this women's 3,000 metres, and bit of a gap has opened up here. Martín leads. They go through in 6:46. Hamblin in second place. Matylda Kowal of Poland in third. Sarah Tracy of Ireland in fourth, who led for a lot of this race, but maybe expended a little bit too much energy in those opening laps because the action is happening right ahead of her, with Martín leading and Hamblin looking to make a little bit of a move, maybe up right alongside, and by a long way, there are 1-2.
Yeah, Martin has a personal best of 9 minutes 6 seconds, which is 15 seconds slower on paper than Hamblin. So it looks inevitable what's going to happen here unless Martin has new form altogether. Hamblin is sitting in there most frustratingly on the corner of Martin, just biding her time, and one suspects that when she hits the bell, she's just going to take off.
600 metres to go in the women's 3,000 metres. 2 ahead of the rest. Diana Martín of Spain, Nikki Hamblin of New Zealand. It's quite a gap they've opened up with Matylda Kowal of Poland back in third place. Sarah Tracy back in fourth, another 30 metres back or so, but here they come down for the penultimate time. This for 2,600 metres, and it's Diana Martín still alongside Hamblin. They're the 1-2 as they hit the bell, and quite a gap of around 20 metres back. Back to Hamblin in New Zealand in third place, and Tracy in fourth for Ireland.
Yeah, Sarah's a little bit adrift now. She may have a go at third. She always finishes strong, but the real race is up front. Martin is heading down the back straight with Hamblin on her shoulder, just looking poised. But Martin has stuck in there very well. We're looking at about a winning time, I'd imagine, of 9 minutes 6 seconds, that kind of area, which would be equal to Martin's best. So Hamblin is well within her comfort zone, and she seems just very happy just to sit there and sit and sit. She must have every confidence in her finishing kick.
Yes, she stayed there for a long time, has Nikki Hamblin. Diana Martín there as well. Matylda Kowal had stayed back alongside Tracy for a long time, but here's the kick. Here goes Hamblin now on the way to victory, surely, for New Zealand in the women's 3,000 metres. One final turn into the closing straight, and Diana Martín looks spent now, the Madrileño. It's Nikki Hamblin who's on her way to win in Cork at the CIT track for New Zealand. The double Commonwealth Games medalist from Delhi in 2010, 9:07.55 she wins. Diana Martín is in second place, and it will be third for Matylda Kowal of Poland. She opened up enough of a gap in the end for Sarah Tracy of Ireland, back in fourth place, but it's victory for New Zealand and Nikki Hamblin, and that was impressive in the final 200.
Yeah, New Zealand has a wonderful tradition in 3,000 metre running for women. One thinks back to the days of Anne O'Dane, Lorraine Moller, Alison Rowe, former Commonwealth champions, medalists, and they've always been competitive over that kind of distance, and it looks like Nikki Hamblin is continuing the great tradition.
Yeah, she put a huge amount into that, you have to say, and she stayed up all the way with Deanna Martín. Good win for her, 8:51 her lifetime best. So let's hear from her.
Nikki, how do you feel after that?
I'm pretty tired, like it's kind of windy out there, so I was just trying to sit in and use my strength, which is my kick at the end. But really great meet, really good field of girls, and it's always nice to come away with a win. Obviously
you're at the Olympics in the 1,500 metres, disappointment in 2012, how much are you looking forward to this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to, this time around. I missed 4 years ago with injury, and that was obviously quite a big hit to take, but I just looking forward and excited to go to Rio and see what I can do.
Just finally, you're running in the 800 as well?
Yeah, I think so. My coach's idea, run an 8 on tired legs and see how you can go, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay, thanks very much. Get the lactic acid burn.
Thank you.
Very, very impressive, wasn't it, in the end? Carol Finn leading them round at first, the pacemaker Sarah Tracy leading for the opening few laps and having to lead because nobody else wanted to do the Spain work alongside. Matylda Kowal had the opportunity to move in, but Tracy had to do all the work herself. And just look at Nikki Hamblin there all the way through, comfortably in third, with Kowal behind her. And then the movement on the outside from Deanna Martín. Tracy overtaking a one fell swoop, moved back to third. And then it was between Martín and Hamblin all the way through. From 800 metres to go, then the bell, and then that final brilliant break with 200 metres to go. Hamblin wouldn't be denied this time. Good victory over Deanna Martín. And that's a nice win. 9:07.55, the winning time.